बस स्टार्ट हो चुकी है और अभी ये पूरे न्यूयॉर्क के स्ट्रीट्स पे रोम करेगी और जो भी क्रिसमस डेस्टिनेशन है न्यूयॉर्क में, सो आई विल शो यू एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम द बस, बिग बस टूर, नॉट फ्रॉम द टॉप व्यू बस। सो यहाँ पर 2 बस चलती है, बिग बस और टॉप व्यू। सो मैं जो अभी हूँ टॉप व्यू के बस पे हूँ। बहुत ज़्यादा है, बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
ठंड तो है बट ठीक है, फिर भी बेटर है एज कम्पेयर टू लास्ट टाइम, एज कम्पेयर टू अदर स्टेट।
Can you hear me still, ladies? Okay. So, Harper, Shetron, Martin, Mulroney, Clark, Campbell, Trudeau, Lester, Pearson, Louis, Saint Laurent, John Turner, McDonald, my best friend in the world went to TCS. Rob Ford, his brother. I've been to Toronto 1,000,000 times. Okay. Oh boy.
I need to give you a mic.
What am I going to do? It was working and then the driver turned it off. And I can't, you know, I'm a Portchester. I can't be in a bad mood. So, you know, King Henry VIII will have my head. So I'll be in 6. I'll be the honorary decapitation. Okay. Rob Ford was the mayor of Toronto. He had lots of issues.
He had an issue.
He's no longer alive.
Yeah, he's dead.
His brother is the governor of Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is 6th Avenue here, the Avenue of the Americas. The Avenue indicates Americas, named for the Latin American nations who consented to the Monroe Doctrine with us under our 5th President, James Monroe of Virginia. That document issued in 1823 established U.S. hegemony in the Western Hemisphere. Goodbye to all the crowns of Europe. Goodbye, Columbus. Who's not a signatory to the Monroe Doctrine in North America? It's Canada. Okay. Here there's 3 ice skating rinks. And this area was once called Skyscraper National Park by the late novelist Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Because you're out in the American West in the National Park, you look up and see mountains here, you look up and see skyscrapers. On the next corner to the left, you'll see the ball that drops every year. Anywhere from 500,000 to 2 million people there to see it drop every year. The ball's Waterford Crystal from Waterford, Ireland. When we get over there, we'll practice our countdown. We'll make a New Year's resolution. To be at the Waterford factory in Waterford, Ireland, but now it's here. They made a new tradition. It's got like 3 million different live color combinations. Then later we're going to go past the stars at the Deutsche Bank, which is the largest color mixing display in the world. Are you monarchists?
Are we? Not really.
I do the monarchy backwards best than anybody in the world. I only met Harry. I don't really consider it meeting him, and it cost $500, and he ignored me. We're not King Abdullah of Jordan. I served him pizza 3 times. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
From where?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. I thought you were saying London.
No.
Senators Menendez and oh God, don't tell me. Cory Booker, Governor Phil Murphy. He's the former ambassador to Germany.
Oh.
I saw him. I worked in life. He's really scary in person. You can hear me, ladies? That's usually will be the HBO headquarters. Behind us is the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building went up at the rate of a floor a day in the 1930s. Much to the vision of Al Smith, the first Catholic ever nominated for President of the United States by a major party. First Irishman ever to become governor of a U.S. state. The top of the building was originally used for the docking of dirigibles, otherwise known as airships. They tried to hook in a couple of Goodyear blips there. It didn't work. What part of Jersey are you from?
From Plainsboro. From Princeton. Princeton University.
Oh, Princeton.
Yeah.
Do you study at Princeton?
No, I didn't.
I was there the other day.
Oh, you're there today?
There's the ball. There's the ball. There's the ball.
Yeah.
The ball.
Oh yeah, there's the ball. There's the ball, right?
Right there. We're gonna go past it again.
चला गया. Times Square ball.
We're gonna go past it again. We're gonna go all
That
the way
side.
around.
It's gone. We passed from there.
We're going back around.
Seen a bigger space.
I was too busy talking about Princeton. Oh boy. There you can see the Bank of America, but luckily it's the one thing we go past twice. Unless the driver
So we Empire State Building का view अच्छी आ रही है.
43rd Street, home of Grand Central Terminal. Grand Central's here to the right. They have a light display on the roof, the side, on the ceiling. The ceiling inside is the roof. The Zodiac. The Vanderbilt explained that away by saying that's the way the gods see it. You can see it in Times Square. Every building built in Times Square, refurbished, must have a billboard. It's a city ordinance. And we have 44th Street, home of the Algonquin, the Royalton, the Iroquois. The Algonquin, of course, had the Writers' Roundtable. F. Scott Fitzgerald, Arthur Parker, Robert Benchley. Every building built in Times Square refurbished must have a billboard. And then we're coming up with Radio City Music Hall, the world's largest single-screen movie theater. At one time. They have the Christmas Spectacular, which has a double-decker bus in it. And the Rockettes, which originally come from Missouri. They have the steam underneath the ground in New York, because they really are generating plants in New York, owned by Con Ed. They have to let it in. It's used for heating, cleaning, and cooling. They have to let it out in certain places because they can build up too much pressure and cause an explosion like my next joke. New Jersey is the birthplace of all bad drivers and the home of the world's first illiterate novelist Snooki and Bon Jovi and his father's sister Anchovy. Why is Little Italy so complicit in global warming? They produce all that spaghetti a la carbonara. Dunkin' Donuts story 98, we just don't do it. Developer Gerald married Darth Vader. She would have been elevator. New York has a whole lot of rivers: the East River, the Harlem River, the Bronx River, the Hudson River, the Hudson River, and rest in peace, Joan Rivers. She Mrs. Claus has Santa Clausophobia. That was really bad. Was it better than Sonny Bondulo, or just had claustrophobia? I don't know if you got that joke.
No.
Well, it's before your time. It's a movie with Jeremy Irons, Reversible Fortune. I was in Princeton last week because I was working in Easton, and the artist I was working with, I found a tiger's head. And my friend stole the tiger's head from the Princeton the last time I was there. And he's got it in mini storage. He said, it must be time to... You work for the Institute of Advanced Study.
No, I'm an IT guy. I work in software.
Marriott Marquis in Times Square was the largest hotel in the world until Las Vegas got started. North Carolina, in the Diamond District, where more diamonds come across that street than any other street in the world. Diamonds mined in South Africa, cut in Israel, Antwerp, Dubai, and Mumbai, and sold on 40 countries. One time I was on top of a hill in Sedona, and some people came up, and they were in a bad mood. I said, why are you in a bad mood? They said, we're from Antwerp, we're losing the diamond cutting market to Dubai. Rockefeller Center is made up of 20 buildings, 13 Indiana limestone buildings, and 7 new ones. There was a patch of land which was owned by Columbia University until the 1980s when it was sold to the Rockefeller family for $400. Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, live from New York. It's Saturday night. Oh, we're going to see Major League Baseball headquarters here. And all 4 sports leagues are here. I know it seems like the NFL's in Toronto. They're not. The NHL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and NFL are all here. Don't take the pedicabs. Take the horse and carriages. The pedicabs are very expensive. The horse and carriages are like $54 for the first 15 minutes, but they're still a good deal compared. And I do a great horse imitation.
No, I'm telling you.
Here's Fox on your left. Roger Isles, or Tucker still there? I really don't know what's going on at Fox, so you know. But I do work for the Giants, which I'm not supposed to talk about. And when I'm in with the Super Bowl trophies, and I show we have the bus, and I say, if you're from out of town, I tell you to visit the Delaware Water Gap. If you look to the left, you can visit the Michael Strahan Tooth Gap. We got that fixed, but Michael Strahan and Howie Long and Terry Bradshaw used to be out here every Thursday night. I don't know what happened to him. But I used to go out here. I was in a bad mood. Terry Bradshaw throw the ball at you. Yeah, Thursday Night Football was out here, and I don't know why it's not out here anymore. So, you know, I don't know why. You know, I found out that it's really good to stay away from politics, so I don't comment on Fox at all. I don't even make a million on Megyn Kelly. Nothing. Fox has the morning concert just like everybody else. And of course, you should have seen the ruckus here when Harry Styles is here, or Taylor Swift.
Okay.
So, boy, people go crazy for Taylor Swift at those concert tickets. And there's the Diamond District. I think that happened like last year, but did it happen again? I know that there's guys that carry like diamonds in their breast pocket. They get knocked over the head and stuff, you know, that, you know, they won't make eye contact, you know. So I'm trying to stay away from anything on Christmas. I've never met him. I've never met any of them. I never met Bill O'Reilly. I never met any of them. I've seen Rupert Murdoch on the street. Well, after he got divorced from Wendy Ding, he was walking around in a circle. He lived on Fifth Avenue, and I'd say, you never believe what I saw yesterday. Rupert Murdoch, there he is again. Then he married Jerry Hall, and they got divorced. So right here is Rockefeller Center. Built during the heart of the American Great Depression, against all hope it would possibly succeed, along came a client by the name of David Sarnoff, who had previously received a signal from the doomed Titanic. The rest is history. That involves Canada because it was off of Nova Scotia or Newfoundland. Well, so he was so he was the, so he was the telegraph operator. It was. Some people say that he embellished it. It wasn't really true.
Wow, I like those, the colors. Two different colors, sparkles and those two colors. यहाँ के रिक्शा वाले फोटो
So there's Jimmy Fallon, Saturday Night Live, Seth Meyers, and Radio City Music Hall, home of the Rockettes. Prison Spectacular has a nativity scene in it, and Top of the Rock. You might want to go there on New Year's if you get tickets. I don't go to Times Square on New Year's. I had the opportunity last year, and I went to Mass at St. Patrick. But no, I think you can get there on New Year's. I don't think on Christmas you got to run away. But New Year's. Yes, it's a city that was built. It was finished in 1879. Baseball headquarters in here. Here's the Black Rock building by Eero Saarinen, a Scandinavian architect who did the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. And then on the right here is the Museum of Modern Art. Home of more masterpieces than any other museum in New York. Pablo Picasso, Mademoiselle d'Avignon, Salvador Dali's Signature Memory, Vincent Van Gogh, Starry Night, Jackson Pollock's Lavender Mist. Here's the Hilton. They used to have a frozen ice bar here.
The statue will be remembered.
Here's the Warwick Hotel where Marion Davies stayed, when she was the William Randolph Hearst. They were Mario named Randolph Hearst here.
बड़ी सी पतली सी ब्लैक रंग की बिल्डिंग दिख रही होगी आपको। ये बिल्कुल यहाँ न्यूयॉर्क में सबसे अनोखा बिल्डिंग मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे।
2.5 miles long, 1.5 mile wide, 6 miles in perimeter, and then we're going to go past the Deutsche Bank building. The Christmas display there with the hanging stars of the largest color mixing display in the world. The Jazz at Lincoln Center. And then the Famous Plaza Hotel, Berghoff Goodman's windows, Saks' window. Lord & Taylor's windows are gone, but Saks and Berghoff's are still gone. And of course Saks has got the big display. So, Macy's is still going. We don't go past Macy's. Macy's has got the reindeer, the Tiptoe the reindeer. Story of Tiptoe. They have 2 sets of windows at Macy's. Macy's on 34th Street. But the windows from Macy's are not, they're on a pedestrian thoroughfare, so there's no way to go past them with a bus.
मस्त स्पोर्ट्स कार आपको दिख रही होगी. वाओ, बड़ा स्पोर्ट कार सीखा.
We're going to go past Carnegie Hall.
दिलवा दे यार.
Opened in 1891 by Andrew Carnegie. Well, he paid for it. With a concert by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. So tomorrow's St. Nicholas Day. The history of Santa Claus in the United States pretty much is New York. And one of the Dutch boats that came here was St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas is the Dutch, the Northern European saint of giving. And
black one. That's
through
what I'm saying,
Clement
nah.
Clark Moore and Washington Irving and Thomas Nast, St. Nicholas became Santa Claus. The Russian tea room is here on the left. I think that the Russian tea room has been a victim of misguided decisions by people, because one thing's got nothing to do with the other. And they had a dancing glass bear aquarium, a really beautiful place. And you can see here the super tall buildings here. New York, the super tall buildings. Wow, we got heating by the steam. The super tall buildings are over 1,000 feet tall. You can see above us here, 111 West 57th Street, the thinnest skyscraper in the world. At 157 where the crane snapped during the Hurricane Sandy. And Central Park Tower, which is taller than One World Trade Center at its summit. Later on, we'll see 220 Central Park South, where the so far most expensive home sale in U.S. history, $235 million for Ken Griffin of Citadel. You know Citadel? It's the people that cleared all the trades from Robin Hood. Meanwhile, Robin Hood doesn't have any money left to get his own place. There's a dancing glass bear there. There you go, chicken Kiev. The Nureyev cocktail was founded by Russian dance immigrants. The Nureyev, of course, was named for the great Russian dancer Rudolf Nureyev. If you want to see the Nutcracker, it's on at Lincoln Center at the New York State Theater, which is now the David Koch Theater, named for David Koch, who gave $100 million to the theater. He's no longer with us. And Jerome Robbins was the founding choreographer of the New York City Ballet. And of course, Balanchine is a young man's dance in Tchaikovsky's original production of Nutcracker in St. Petersburg. George's original Nutcracker. And David Geffen also gave $100 million to Lincoln Center. They just reopened the former Avery Fisher Hall. Renamed it for David Geffen. So both theaters have gotten $100 million from different patrons. Carnegie Hall used to have the Carnegie Studios above it, where both Marilyn Monroe and Marlon Brando lived.
So ये जो टॉप व्यू की बस है, ये पूरी न्यूयॉर्क सिटी में आपको रूम करवाती है.
David Bowie and Michael Stipe sang Ashes to Ashes, Fun to Funky. You know, Major Thompson Junkie struck out in heaven's heart, hitting an all-time low. I've never done good things, I've never done bad things, I never did anything out of the blue. I'm hoping to stay right now, gotta stay clean tonight. And of course, if we want to reference David Bowie about Christmas, there's that beautiful song when David Bowie sang with Bing Crosby, the little drummer boy. So, that was an awful sad night. And then we're coming up there in the Hearst Syndicate building. William Randolph Hearst, the most famous newspaper publisher in American history, built the base of that building in the 1920s. In 1927, he ran out of money, man. St. Simeon Castle in California, coupled with the Great Depression. 79 years later, the cavity of that building was filled in with a new tower by Lord Norman Foster. You see the ball all the way down there. The ball's all the way down there. There's the ball. Let's see it again, though. I'll make it up. Make it up there. My best mistake. It's part of the Christmas. Syndicate building's that one right there. See that one there? William Randolph Hearst, the most famous newspaper publisher in American history, built the base of that building in the 1920s. In 1927, he ran out of money, building St. Simeon Castle in California, coupled with the Great Depression. 79 years later, the cavity was filled in with a new tower by Lord Norman Foster, designer of the Bundestag extension in Berlin, by the British Library extension in London. The new building is a diagonally abbreviated format of the rectangular grid with a direct architecture foundation from Buckminster Fuller's G.S. Jones. Most important architectural building in Kentucky is in Nevada. That's the whole city of Look at that. You ever been to the Bundestag in Berlin with the same thing with the crown? That building over there with a pyramid on top of it, that's the Worldwide Plaza site of the 3rd Madison Square Garden. That's Madison Square Garden. That's where Marilyn Monroe sang Happy Birthday, Mr. President to Jack Kennedy. Would you believe that dress wasn't worn again until Kim Kardashian burst the seams of it? Oh my God, what a dingbat. Oh, it's so ridiculous. So here's the Deutsche Bank. The Deutsche Bank. So there's the display there. There's the stars. The 5th floor is Jazz at Lincoln Center. Wynton Marsalis's attempt to elevate jazz to the level of regard classical music is held in. I don't know if you watched the Super Bowl in 2014.
Yeah, Columbus.
That's the needle and the record from the graphics. Thank you everybody for your patience during the technical difficulties. I wholeheartedly apologize. All I can say about this building is the tower from Tower Heights. Behind you is the memorial to the USS Maine, the warship sunk in Havana Harbor in 1898, precipitating the Spanish-American War, the war in which the United States got Cuba, the Philippines, Guam, Puerto Rico, and Samoa. And there you can see Mayor Bloomberg's building, Bloomberg Media, lit up for Ukraine. As you find out, if New York wanted to host an international noise convention, we wouldn't have to invite anybody to attend. All the noisemakers are already here. What would a bus ride in New York be without a 5-alarm fire?
It's the fire event. और यहाँ पे होता क्या, कहीं फायर होती ना तो एक जगह से फायर ब्रिगेड नहीं जाती है, मल्टीपल प्लेस से फायर ब्रिगेड जाती है उस जगह पे जो पहले पहुँच जाए.
I'm tempted. I couldn't think of the word tempted. I'm tempted. So, been around the chicken cordon bleu in that restaurant a couple of times. That's all I'm going to say. It didn't turn out too well. Okay. So there's Central Park Tower, and on the right there, that's Sting lives here. Sting wrote a song about New York, Englishman in New York. It's about Quentin Crisp. $235 million Ken Griffin paid there. There's now an apartment for sale for $285 million. in Central Park Tower. This used to be Time Warner. And when they built the Twin Towers, it was very controversial because it was so close after 9/11. And they have per se in there, and the most expensive restaurant in New York, Moscow, which at one point was like $385 for all the coffee.
So अभी हम आ चुके हैं सेंट्रल पार्क में, सामने आप देख रहे हैं ये पूरा सेंट्रल पार्क एरिया है न्यूयॉर्क इतनी कंजेस्टेड जगह है, वहाँ पे इतनी बड़ी पार्क होना इट्स नॉट ये आसान नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी न्यूयॉर्क में इतनी बड़ी पार्क अवेलेबल है जहाँ पे आप चिल आउट कर सकते हैं. If you ask to me, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि न्यूयॉर्क वेल डिजाइन सिटी है जिसको बनाया गया है.
It is. The whole thing is Central Park. 843 acres.
और अगर मैं न्यूयॉर्क बोल रहा हूँ तो ये न्यूयॉर्क सिटी के बारे में है, नॉट न्यूयॉर्क स्टेट.
Have you ever been to the Kentucky Derby? One time. One time. This guy right there. Well, who won when you won? When you went?
I think it was the Bruins. I don't remember.
You had a lot of mint juleps. I've been to Churchill Downs, but not the race. I saw the grave of Barbaro, and I went to the Speed Museum, and the college is right there, the University of Louisville, right there, all there. I went to the Water Tower. I saw the double barrel parking meters. I went to the Muhammad Ali Center. I went to the Tower of London. I went to the Slugger Museum. And I went to the Armory, and I went to that boutique hotel with all the art. I went everywhere.
सामने कोई सेंट्रल पार्क है न्यूयॉर्क की. इधर कुछ होटल्स है स्टे के लिए जहाँ पर क्रिसमस को डेकोरेट किया गया. अभी तो न्यूयॉर्क सिटी पूरे क्रिसमस लाइट्स में डेकोरेटेड है. और सामने हम जा रहे हैं टाइम स्क्वायर के साइड.
But I caught him at the buzzer, the last time he ever performed at the opening ceremony of the Olympics in Torino. And he didn't really sing, the orchestra didn't really play, and the conductor didn't really conduct. Pavarotti lived here. Tony Bennett lives here. Tony Bennett. 95 years old. Tony Bennett still here?
यहाँ पे भी कार चलती है और हॉर्स राइड.
That's how they met each other. That's how they met each other. Hey, does Tony Bennett still live there? I've never noticed it. I don't see that.
I think it's in the bag में plastic
Oh my God.
bag में.
He doesn't live there anymore. He lives. Well, you know that I've been ordered to stay away from talking about it. So we're going to see it. If you ask me privately, I'll tell you every time I met him, every time I met Amanda, every time I met Amanda and Sharon, all of them. Kelly ain't caught me over. But I can get him in trouble. Lady Gaga lives here.
अभी पार्क में बहुत लोग हैं. एक्चुअली दिसंबर में होता है क्या है कि यहाँ पे 5 o'clock होते ही डार्क हो जाती है. सनसेट यहाँ पे अराउंड 4:45 हो जाता है दिसंबर के टाइम में. दैट्स वाई अभी पूरा डार्क लग रहा है, लेकिन टाइम ज़्यादा नहीं हो रही है अभी. सी द मून लुक्स ब्यूटीफुल. ठीक है, मून देखो कितना सुंदर लग रहा है.
I felt terrible. I'll tell you in a minute. Here's the Pierre Hotel. See the descent of a woman. The left here, the statue of William Sherman, the Civil War general, burnt Atlanta, led by Athena Nike, otherwise known as Wing Victory. I went to New Zealand for the pandemic, and I was walking down Madison Avenue, and Beretta was throwing something else. I went and got it, but she passed me with her fourth husband, who also died, Roberto Rubicandi. And he said hello to me, and then I said hello, and I said nice to meet you. She said nice to meet you too. That was like cloud 9. I was like, I have a very fond memory of her. She's a very, very nice and beautiful woman. No opinion politically. I'm a big fan of Ivana. I feel really terrible. Because of the horse and carriages, $54 for the first $54 for the first 20 minutes. The Pierre's got that mansion on top with its own ballroom. It's based on the.
So इसका कॉस्ट है $54 for the first 20 minute horse ride, horse race car carriage.
You know how Mansard Room comes from. Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Berge lived there.
और सामने है एप्पल की शॉप, न्यूयॉर्क की सबसे बड़ी शॉप है ये एप्पल की. ये पूरा अंडरग्राउंड शॉप है एप्पल की, और ये 24/7 आवर एप्पल स्टोर है. हम लोग लास्ट टाइम आए थे. सबसे बड़ी एप्पल शॉप है न्यूयॉर्क की ये, और ये अंडरग्राउंड शॉप है, पूरा अंडरग्राउंड में है, 24/7 आवर ओपन रहती है शॉप. क्रिसमस डेकोरेशन. लास्ट ईयर मैंने पूरा न्यूयॉर्क रूम किया था क्रिसमस टाइम, तो मैंने उसका यूट्यूब वीडियो ऑलरेडी पोस्ट कर रखा है, इसलिए दैट्स व्हाई दिस टाइम आई थॉट टू कम लाइव इंस्टेड ऑफ पोस्टिंग द वीडियो. Watch your head, Shika.
I'm fired. You're fired. You're all fired. You're fired. Everybody, you're fired.
Fired.
Are you fans or not fans?
सामने है गुची की शॉप.
So what happens there? He used to be there all the time, but he left New York.
और टाइम आप देख सकते हैं कितनी हो रही है.
And I was here one day when Melania came back. But
8 o'clock, 8:10, and ये ट्रम्प टावर, हमारे ट्रम्प साहब की टावर.
Who is it? Hey, Pete Davidson, come talk to the boss. Pete Davidson, oh there you are, Pete. Hi, Pete. Hi, Pete. Wave at us, Pete.
So exciting.
Ariana picked my change up off the floor.
Oh, there he is.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, Dana.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we missed him. We don't miss it.
I missed it. Oh, God. I didn't expect Pete Davidson. I didn't see him. Wow, can you imagine if that was Kim Kardashian? Oh my God. He's dating Emily Ratajkowski. There's Andrew Carnegie's church, the Fifth Avenue Presbyterian Church. I didn't see Pete Davidson.
Peninsula for all.
There's the University of Colorado on the right. It's got Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Dartmouth, and Brown. Did you see him? Did you get a picture?
We did, yes.
Got a picture?
Yes.
Can I see it?
हो जाता.
Yes.
कौन था?
Can I give you my email? LLMK1@AOL.com. How are you?
सर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट स्टोर.
Down there. If you hurry up, you can see Pete Davidson. He's right down the street.
Yeah, it's right there. Keep going. That's so fun.
You know that Pete Davidson and Colin Jost bought a Staten Island ferry? Ariana Grande really took my change up on this one. I didn't know it was her. What happened was is that she lives in that building, she's in the 47th Street, and the police saw her and got my change
Yeah.
on the floor. And I usually say,
Oh.
I do go back and go down. And Ariana Grande went and she went and got my change. They were wearing shirts in the concert.
Sorry.
It took me like 20 minutes
The
to
gift
figure out
kind
it was
of
Ariana Grande, and they're like, yeah, it's
Christmas.
So there you go, Ariana Grande's place. Pete Davidson's just a regular
और ये है ट्रक्स जो यहाँ की जो भी डस्टबिन वगैरह होती है उसको पिकअप करती है.
You've been trying for the regular guy, right? You know, regular guy can get famous. Here's Cartier. Look at Cartier. So legend has it that Hi. Say hi to the The elevator goes up with those guys in there. This is Fled. She wanted Miranda Calls, and she traded her husband's dancing for us. I can't believe it's so famous. I put it, I was thinking it was Trump. He must have been doing some kind of action.
No, there was another celebrity in there because they had, all their bodyguards around.
It was Emily Ratajkowski. Emily Ratajkowski broke up with Sebastian Bear McClellan.
Yeah, and they're dating now.
And she was supposedly dating Brad Pitt. And that's when he never come dating.
Yeah, I put him
He's already been through, what's her name? The other day, the model.
Cartier. सामने आ गया रॉकफेलर सेंटर। और यहाँ सबसे बड़ी चर्च दिख रही है आपको न्यूयॉर्क की। और ये सैक्स जहाँ पे रॉकफेलर सेंटर के बिल्कुल सामने है और यहाँ पे बहुत ही खूबसूरत डेकोरेशन होती है।
Hey, I can't beat an audience. Hello, audience. Hi. Happy New Year. That's the biggest audience I've ever had. I should really love this job.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
That's Elton John, the most popular performer in the world.
क्या हुआ? Oh, really?
थोड़ा 5 मिनट्स के लिए और वेट करते हैं, थोड़ा तो रुकना चाहिए।
हम आते हैं बाबा, हम बाइक वॉक आते हैं यहाँ पे.
बस पहुंच जाने पे see you at the top, right? You are at the center point.
Right,
It's
right, right.
It's amazing.
AJ, happy chair.
Yeah, I love NY gifts. बहुत से सॉफ्ट मिलेगी. I love NY gifts की.
अरे यार देखो ना, मुझे तो अच्छी डिस्प्ले में ऐड कर दिया।
Yeah, it sucks, right? Oh, HM.
That's his play, the father.
Nice, no?
Yeah.
This is the new one, right?
You know what I've been involved with is, Breckenridge.
They go all crazy.
ये NYC की वेलो टैक्सी.
Breckenridge, the minister doesn't have
I like this. Lord, I can't tell you. Well, just it's about I think 2 minutes, 4 minutes. They stop I think 4 minutes I think, right? But one minute was बहुत मजा आया.
They would ask me, look up on the left there. And then we need the help.
I think this is the best one, you know, for
Yeah.
travel New York City.
बस
See New York City. This
बस
is the best.
ऑलवेज बेस्ट है क्योंकि चलना नहीं पड़ता है यार मेरे से.
It's not about like चलना नहीं पड़ता. It's also about it's very cold. Yeah. It's freezing cold. And today the weather is good, but still.
Yep.
And last time हमने इतना चला ना कि this time like ये यार मुझसे ना हो पाएगा. हमसे ना हो पाएगा.
किसने बोला किसने बोला? किसने बोला किसने बोला?
So many displays.
Empire State Building again. NBA. अरे NBA मैच देखने जाना सीखा. NBA देखने जाना NBA. बेस्ट बाय यूएस सबसे बड़ी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शॉप. NBA बास्केटबॉल न्यूयॉर्क सिटी में है ना. NBA बास्केटबॉल होता ना.
And also the library.
Which-
Amit.
right. ओके चलो खरीद लो, मैं पैसे नहीं देने वाला हूँ.
No, but I have the same one. The black one of it. Even now I have the black long jacket, right?
Yep.
All the hats is 8 and 11 is better the grid system about half.
Not too much, Amit. I think $250. $250 for dress and $250 for jacket, right? And for boot, I guess $150 jacket, 500, $650. Give it to me.
For the entire outfit.
For entire outfit. Not for the dress, for the boot also, okay?
Yep.
Prices are going to the left.
बस यार मुझे मेरा मन नहीं था यार, और टिकट चाहिए. I want more tickets. I always like the bus.
Can I have power bank? I have one in the bag.
But Spider-Man. That's all.
Look, Toronto has a Chinatown that's done. There's a lot of
You should be careful. I have to put the power bank. Battery is down. Yep.
वीडियो लॉन्ग करेंगे क्या? Maybe YouTube can. Sure. Okay, अच्छा है. What are right? So I think restaurant.
Yep.
best option for kids also. Kids and those